You're watching the Cannabis Broadcasting Group here at cbgtv.com.
I'm already into the 420, damn it!
So what are you doing? Nothing? Why not?
Trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website.
Sounds like a cool website.
Yeah, it's alright. Oh, wait, I might have it.
You might have it.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
The opinions expressed during this show are those of the individual participants and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of their associated organizations or Lifestyle Radio.
You like music, you like weed, well, we gonna be good friends indeed. This is how much I like more than smoking trees. They'll make you dance the do-si-do and teach you how the chiva grows. Smoke a bowl on the 420 radio show. On Lifestyle Radio.
Hola.
I was still
I
away.
screwed that up. I apologize. I will add it to Spreaker later.
What did you screw up?
Oh, I forgot to load the Spreaker information. I loaded it everywhere else. I forgot about Spreaker. Yep. So we'll add that later. That's easy to shove over there later.
Just
So hi, how are you?
I are probably going to be really high.
That's ice cream you see he's been eating. We'll make it big so everybody can drool, because I'm not much to look at here. So there we go. Ice cream.
That's actually sliced bananas, too much ice cream, whipped cream, chocolate sauce, caramel sauce, and sprinkles just for fun.
All I've got is juju.
Oh. Well, I got gummies.
I got my Autopots today.
Yay!
Yep. All 8 of them.
All 8 of them.
And 2 reservoirs.
2 sets.
Yes, 2
flowering and vegging.
Flowering and vegging.
So why is 2 separate reservoirs, Al?
Because one has different food than the other, Marcel.
Thank you.
And warmer water. No, I'm kidding.
Please no.
So everybody ignored us today. We're trying to say, hey, where are you? Where are you? And now I'm going to let Marcel look at some news for a second while I share so that people can interact with us. If you're listening.
What? Hey, new? Hey, what? No, I know what I want to talk about.
All right.
Since we got some time to kill while we're waiting for those
tardy people who are tardy and don't understand that we're doing a timed show here. So the two people that are listening and watching, hi, how are you? Nice to see you.
Thank you for coming along and listening to the show.
And wasting your time on a Friday night with us.
Dale's afraid to come on, but he says he's listening.
He's afraid? Is that what he said? I'm afraid to come on. Why?
He's scared to come on. I don't know. He's just afraid.
Mm.
And then Lenny's going to be 10 to 15 minutes late. Darcy, we don't know. I've sent him a message and he's ignoring me. So
he said he gets off at 6. What time is it there now?
8:04.
And
how far does he live? How far does he live from where he works?
Yes.
Well, depending on who's driving, anywhere between 5 to 7 minutes.
I hear somebody's messaging you, or all of us.
No, nobody's messaged me. That's on your end, dude.
No, it's my sister.
Oh, see, I told you it was on your end. Anyways, I want to talk about, just to kill time, this article from the Fresh Toast. I didn't call it French Toast.
French Toast.
The Fresh Toast, which is the most trusted name in cannabis. Yeah. And the title is, what is smoking cannabis clone-like?
What is what? Where? Say that again.
The article title is, what is smoking cannabis clone-like? And I thought that's a really strange title.
Stupid way to put it.
Right. So basically all they're talking about is the fact that what cannabis clones are. Because what did they put here? Something about it being futuristic, sounding futuristics. But almost all the cannabis that you buy now, the buds that you buy, are very likely from clone.
Unless you actually start them from seed. Yes, that
Right.
makes sense.
So what's the difference between cloned cannabis and seed cannabis?
You know what you're getting. If you know the genetics of the seed, then you're going to get what you get when you purchase the clone. Right?
Right. No. The easiest way to do it is a seed is going to have traits of whatever it was bred with to create that seed. Right? And
Yes.
the traits that go from the plant, from the mother plant into the seeds, aren't necessarily the same between seed and seed. So you can have one plant that could have easily 1,000 seeds on it. It
Okay.
would be very unlikely to find two identical seeds. So for clones are just slips that are taken off of a mother plant. So somebody grew out a bunch of seeds and picked one or two of the plants that they liked the best, right? For
Just shared the
structure.
wrong video. Sorry, guys. What? Okay, I'm listening.
I bet you are. But for the structure of the plant and the makeup of what it was made with, they'll pick one or two that they think are the prime ones, and those will become the mothers. Every clone that comes off those plants will be identical to the mother, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah. Makes sense.
so you could have two strains, two seeds of the same strain. One is a sativa phenotype, and the other one is a Lenny. The other one is an indica phenotype. Your seeds could have heavy indica or heavy sativa, but your clones are always going to be the same.
But okay, so like the way I understand it though is with clones, it's much like making a tape recording. The more you do it, the less that recording is going to be good.
No. What happens is if you turn around and you take clones off a plant, and then you take one of those clones and turn it into a mother plant, then those clones are going to eventually, you're going to decrease the line.
But it doesn't happen overnight.
No.
Okay.
And it doesn't happen from one generation to the next. I'm reading something that Dean Link posted on here.
No Darcy?
Not
He'll
yet.
be around.
Sometimes I think the lore and culture overly stresses genetics, growing conditions, and packing are such huge contributors to the user experience. Well, yeah, it all plays a part. I'm going to show this. There. Y'all can read it.
Huh?
Oh, that link?
Yeah.
Fucking
it's not a link.
Truth and genius.
Yeah.
Somebody. Okay, we've this. What that is people using our chat is working again. Thank you.
Oh, that's from LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're on LinkedIn?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're also on TV.
What's that?
You're also on TV. How come your camera's off? Nobody can see you.
Yeah,
no, I'll turn on for 1 second, but I'll apologize. I'm in my room. I'm watching a OHL game at live, and I might just want to lie down and chill. And I think that's kind of embarrassing. I'm for the rare time, I'm actually stoned right now.
Oh, really? How come?
because I was at
Were
a
you
birthday. That's
partying?
why I'm late. I was at a birthday party.
Now I want to show you something. Okay, Len, I
What's that?
apologize. I made a little, I'm learning how to use iMovie. So I made a little new intro for us. And
Oh, okay.
I apologize.
You like music, you like weed, well, we gonna be good friends indeed. This is not much I like more than smoking trees. They'll make you dance the do-si-do and teach you how the chiba grows. Smoke a bowl on the 420 radio show. On Lifestyle Radio.
That wasn't stone. That was me exercising when I was a lot thinner.
yeah, but it's good timing.
That was pre-COVID.
It's good timing with the song, and you do look pretty stoned.
No, I'll turn it on for a second. No, we're at a surprise.
Look, same Chinese eyes.
I always get the eyes. I can't do cannabis without getting the eyes.
I couldn't find a better pick. It was either that or Batman.
Batman one's good too, but no, I always get the Chinese eyes, and that's not racist. It's a true statement. It's a stereotype.
It's not even a stereotype. Your eyes get all squinty.
No, but they're like
Chinese eyes are probably not the right terminology, but
anyways, that's not the video we're going to end up with.
No, but I could just see in this woke world someone think that's a racist term. No, I have nothing against Chinese people. They have a certain look. Guess what? So do white friggin' fat Maritimers.
Yeah.
I'm not a Maritime, but I'm white and fat and Jewish.
Yeah.
That's a joke right there. White, fat, and Jewish. What
What's
do you
that
drink?
one?
I think it's called MXG. Is that the name of the brand?
Might be.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never heard of it.
So I was just in Ottawa real quickly for a day or two, and I went to a couple of dispensaries, and I don't normally buy weed at the dispensaries because no offense, I kind of have good access to lots of cannabis, but I do like the drinks. I'm always trying to find a new drink that tastes any better, so I'm going to try this night. It's called cream soda.
Well, somebody in New Brunswick was telling me that the root beer that they're selling in New Brunswick, and I don't know if they're in Nova Scotia or not.
Is it Keith?
I don't know. He says it's friggin' phenomenal.
I had Keith root beer, which they tell me was great. I'm not a root beer fan, but it wasn't A&W, that's for sure. But
See, I like root beer, but I don't like.
But the Orange Crush, or whatever they call it, orange apparently, whatever. But the Keith Orange,
yeah,
it is a fucking Orange Crush.
Is it?
Like I also had 30 grams of sugar.
Yeah,
but they did a good job for it. And, I just kind of trying to find that perfect drink if one of them at least tastes good. Or you don't get nearly as high with 100%.
Yeah. Well, that's not even it either. I've noticed that distillate products give me headache.
Yeah, I don't. They make me grumpy. I don't like distillate products. What is the milligrams in that one? Have they raised them?
I think it's 10. No, it's still 10. Yeah. So no, I was at a lobbyist thing that was actually part of the thing, trying to get the 10 milligram limit up.
And how'd that work out?
I don't know. Apparently, I'm on CTV somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think so. But it was cool. I was in the office, he wasn't there, but the office of the Prime Minister. I was like, cool.
Should have hotboxed it.
Which an entire building. I like.
May I just say, when he was younger, he would have hotboxed it.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
listen, the one legacy he'll always have, no matter what he fucked up, and didn't say, not saying he did it right, but he did sort of legalize cannabis in Canada, so that will be his legacy.
Well, yeah.
I got all excited. I got all excited with this bit of news, and now I'm all heartbroken about it.
What bit of news?
OCS is reducing their margins.
3%. Big fucking.
Yeah. I got excited. I thought, maybe they'll fucking cut out 50 points. No.
So that brings it down to what? 5%?
What? Their markup?
Yeah.
Way more than
that. Yeah. Yes, Al. It'll bring it down to 5%. No. They're going to reduce their margin, so people are going to see prices go down.
No, they're not. No, I don't think you're going to see the price go down. I think they're actually giving the LPs 3% back.
Oh, is that how they're going to do it?
They'll put their price down.
Oh, well, then that means that the LPs will be making 11 points instead of 8.
They don't, what, 8 points? They don't make that.
Well, no, that's what they were supposed to be getting.
You know what? That's not, like, I'm not a cream soda, like, guru or fan, but I would call it cream soda.
Can you
I
taste
would
weed?
not want to try it.
I don't know if it tastes weed or just shitty cream soda. I can't really. There's a little aftertaste, but it's not weed. I don't know what it is.
They won't be on the show.
No, it's cream soda.
It's cream soda. Yeah, I had a Coca-Cola one, and you know, it did nothing for me at all. I think I had it here on the show.
Well, it was funny. I won't name the brand. I was on the airplane. I thought I threw some CBD soft gels in my Advil. So I wanted to take one for the plane. And then an hour later, I was kind of feeling a little buzz.
Yeah.
And I forgot when I was at Lyft, somebody gave me their brand of 10 milligram THCs. And I was like, oh, okay. Anyway, like, I'm pretty happy with churros, whatever, but his only lasted maybe an hour and a half. I was like, ooh. I was kind of like disappointed.
Yeah, so that's
glad I didn't buy it.
that's the hazards of dealing with distillates. I mean, I can see distillates having its place in the recreational market because some people don't want to be high for 4 to 8 hours.
No, I think we get somewhat. Anyway, I was just shocked that it like wore off so easy.
You
like,
go and have a nap.
Yeah.
Well, I was hoping to have a nap, but I didn't. I was like, oh, because I was feeling a little tingle. I was like, because I was like, what the fuck? I thought it was a churro cannabis CBD soft gel. And it's like, did they fucking make them wrong or something? But no, and then I remembered what it was.
The website's still up and working.
Yeah. So this is why I'm going to turn the camera because I look like an idiot when I'm not looking at you guys.
No, you don't.
I hate it.
Yeah,
I think it's rude, but I keep watching the hockey play in the background. I'm listening, but.
So I want to just say hello to anybody who's listening to us on or watching me on Roku.
Oh yeah, because it's only you. Oh, sorry, I'll put the camera back on, Al.
Yeah, we're actually on Roku. We have our own channel now, CBG TV. And if you've got Roku, you can sit in your bedroom naked and now watch us on the big screen.
I don't know if I should tell this story. I don't know if I should tell this story because I was just the birthday party was at like a club, a private club.
Strippers?
No, but I was able to smoke weed inside the club. That's why.
Hey, just don't say the club.
I'm not.
I think that's starting.
I'll tell you, it was fucking a pleasant experience.
Where was this at?
I'm not allowed to say.
No, in what city?
Not saying it because there's probably there's only one club in that town, so I'm not saying it.
Oh, you'll tell me after we get off air.
Oh yeah.
I truly miss sitting at the lounge in public, in the middle of a window, smoking weed, waving at people. People
but
used to walk by. They would walk by and they'd be like, and then keep walking by. Those kind of things. I miss that.
But it is, like I said, they have a little bar, like they have a bar set up. And
you were able to drink as well, yeah?
Well, not legal. Like, obviously, it's not legal what they're doing, but they, again, just their own little private club, and just like, hey, you want to smoke weed in the club or have a drink? Go for it. So, like, having an Olin's and having a joint is like inside, not freezing my balls off. It was fucking great.
You know, one thing that Paula was able to do was during events, she would have the person who was holding the event go and get a liquor license, and as long as they had somebody with a smart card there to serve, they didn't care, and they knew that it was a cannabis club. So I found that very interesting. But then in turn they shut us down. So, licensing less.
I know BC is going to probably roll it out soon, but they're going to actually have consumption bars or lounges coming.
Doesn't matter now. I'm up here.
Oh no, but I just know it's going to come. But I think BC, I'm hearing rumors this year it's happening.
We hope so.
I think it's a lovely experience.
We almost had one here.
There's no different than sitting in a bar, except for there's no drunk people.
Right. Well, these guys were really pushing hard for consumption lounges in Nova Scotia because they had an ideal place to put one.
Nova Scotia is going to be last regardless.
Yeah, I know. And it's too bad, but because this would have been the ideal place because it's the old jail where it used to be full of people for pot offenses. So these guys really want to turn this into a consumption lounge.
Well, in the end, their issue becomes, A, you're going to have to get permission from the landlord. But B,
they are the landlord. They own the building.
Oh, no, which is great. But then the problem is the Department of Health's always going to stick their nose in. It's like, smoking indoors is not safe and blah. They just tie it in with tobacco, right?
Yep.
Question.
Because they don't know better.
Are all provinces on the same page with tobacco now? Is there any?
I don't smoke, so I don't know the rules.
Yeah, I think so. Might be age differences across the country. I don't know.
I'm not really sure. I say not
laws I never really followed.
I don't hear tobacco controversy, so I think the only thing that's different in some of the provinces, they don't allow the nicotine or vaping or something like that.
Well, you can't vape in Quebec, right?
Yeah, it's like Quebec and PEI, I think, are the two that I'm aware. I think, and I may be wrong. So if I am, someone message it and say, "Call me an idiot." But
yeah, but no flavored products anymore either. Tobacco products.
Hey, we're not computer bro.
And papers, because the papers are supposedly legal in our province. But you can go to some places that don't necessarily adhere to those. But speaking of papers, let's talk about raw papers.
Oh, yes, please. Not my favorite. I don't know why people like them, but they're not my favorite.
Raw come into a bit of a kerfuffle here recently.
Yeah?
Oh, it's more of a kerfuffle.
Yeah, it's a kerfuffle-fuffle. Okay, so HBI International is the maker of raw organic hemp rolling papers. And they've been ordered to cease their production due to unfair and deceptive business practices. The lawsuit was filed by Republic Brands, who is a competing distributor of rolling papers, right? They accused HBI of making false claims about the product.
Yeah.
And as such, the existence of the Raw Foundation charity and that its papers were made by artisanal craftsmen in Alcoy, Spain.
Bullshit.
So, come to find out that in two separate rulings in December of 2022 and January 2023, the United States District Court for the Northern District of Illinois concluded that no Raw Foundation even existed, and that HBI makes no rolling papers in Alcoy, Spain whatsoever.
Well, so is that a new, what's the source of this, Marcel, before we get sued by Raw?
No, this is from Jordan Thrilla, and what he's talking about is the original headline for this is, did Raw Rolling Papers website shut down after lawsuit exposing Raw Foundation as fake charity went viral on social media? Because social media, of course, has gone ballistics because Raw has a lot of fans, right? They also
good marketing.
They do extremely good marketing. They've got a lot of really neat, innovative products and designs. But they're so what it says is that the company was also prohibited from starting or stating, among other claims, that its rolling papers were unrefined and that the world's only organic rolling papers. And after March 2nd, 2023, HBI may not promote, sell, distribute, ship, or deliver products under its other brands, Elements, DLX, Skunk, PayPay, and Juicy J's, sold in packaging featuring an Alcoy stamp. So their papers are very likely all being made in China, like
They
the
all are.
majority of everybody else's.
I can give you some insight on papers because I've had to do a lot of work, and
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of there's only one rolling paper made in North America, and I can't remember the name. And don't get all excited because there's only one company that has the right press or ability to make papers in North America, and it's owned by a tobacco company. So I don't want to give them free fucking press anyway.
Right.
So they're all made in either China, India, and I can't remember the other country. They all make them overseas. So
France makes Zigzag, I think.
Yeah, but just some people get all righteous and all they're made in China, but yeah, they're all pretty much all made outside of North America. So
well, it's like Canadian lumber.
They admit it though; they don't pretend.
No, but how upset people get when they find out that they're not even made in Canada. They're not even made with Canadian wood. No.
A lot of the ingredients are from Canada, like I say. But in the end, it's a brand. They don't pretend to not use it. Turtle Cannabis uses Canadian lumber for two reasons. One, their papers aren't bleached and there's no chemicals added. It burns clean. And also they're in fucking Halifax. So why am I not going to support another Nova Scotia company? That's simple. But yeah, some people get all hard on Canadian lumber because of that, but chill out.
I like them. They don't make me gag.
They're good paper. Listen, I'll be honest. I actually like the OCBs better.
I don't like the OCBs. I don't like raw. I love Gizzy.
Yeah, so
Gizzy is great, but I don't like the size that I have.
I can't remember which one of the Gizzy one I liked and one I didn't, or two or three I didn't.
I double those.
Yeah,
I put make because they're just not big enough for me. Like I'm spoiled now, I guess. I can't.
Well, and some of these companies are very they don't do like bulk again, we're Turtle Cannabis, right? So we're doing manufacturing, so we need lots of fucking cones. So there's only so many choices for us too.
Yeah, you could get raw.
I could have got raw. I'm not gonna. Maybe I'm glad I didn't pick raw based on what Marcel just said. So.
I don't. You know what? Out of all the papers,
but the thing is with the raw papers, they're no different than anybody else's papers. It's just that they marketed them as being wholly organic and
they make my throat sore.
Yeah, that's what I was about to go, Al. There's something about them I find that makes the weed harsher. I don't like them.
I don't like them.
And did you share this, Al? You were supposed to share this. Did you share this?
What?
The show on Facebook.
Yeah, yes, he did. I saw it. I did see it when I was driving home.
Hey, Nick, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. I've pulled up a video for our break since we're not allowed to do music anymore. And it is, we're going to watch a gentleman show us how to, where is it? How to grow.
I'm not showing you how to crap.
Reishi and oyster mushrooms on a log. And it's 10 minutes, and that'll be our break today. Information.
What do you mean we can't play music?
Well, not 2 minutes after the show last week.
Oh, really? Of which one?
I can't remember what we played. Oh, that
famous one.
The what? Yes, that one. The one
we're known as Big Brown Beaver.
Primus.
Yeah, Primus.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the one. Yep.
I told you before you played it, did we get kicked?
Well, just
Les
on Facebook.
Les Claypool, my hero, got me kicked off the fucking show.
Just on Facebook.
It's YouTube that does it.
No, it's usually UMI or
Yeah.
BMI or whatever. It's usually the alerts that I get are right from they're from Facebook, but they're via the record company itself.
I know I did a video one time years ago, and I didn't even know that this song was playing on the TV in the other end of the house.
Mm-hmm. And it caught it.
It caught it and kicked my video.
You want to hear some cannabis lobbying facts I heard this week?
Sure.
These are some cool ones.
Sure.
So these are part of the press releases and stuff I went up and attended and all this shit. So the first cool one, let me think what the best one was to start off with. Apparently CRA, no, don't forget, all LPs don't have what they call a CRA processing license, i.e. stamps and taxes.
Yeah.
Apparently 70% of LPs in Canada are in default and owe money to CRA for excise tax.
How many of them?
70%.
Mm-hmm.
These are some of the learning things when I went to this lobbying event. That apparently there's the Canadian Cannabis Council, whatever represents the LPs. So they had this knowledge document, and it's like people like Deloitte and shit that like real auditors that do this stuff. So, but apparently 70%. This is I think it was a March 2022. 70% of Canadian LPs with a processing license owe CRA money. Fact number 2 is you guys realize out of that dollar excise tax, 75% goes to the provinces and 25% stays with the federal government?
Yeah.
All right. So think about it. The federal government is paying out the 75% off the theoretical money they're collecting. But in theory, they're only collecting 30% of the money that they're paying out to the provinces. You know where I'm going with this?
Yep.
The federal government eventually is going to run out of money because they're not collecting the taxes.
But the provinces are doing fine.
The provinces are doing great. They're getting every fucking nickel. Well, the one thing I might actually support Trudeau for when he was telling the provinces to fuck off about the healthcare transfers, I see why. He's running out of money. So I kind of laugh at that one. And the other document is they're still saying that 40% of cannabis sold in Canada is the illicit market.
Only 40%?
Only for 40%. Yeah.
Oh, we can fucking do better than that.
50.
We can do better than that.
Well, anyway, it was all interesting thing, but the tax one cracked me up.
The taxes are the biggest deterrent there is to legal recreational cannabis.
Well, that's basically what their lobbying is.
But then you also have people like me that are diehard non-distillate fans, and we don't want distillate. So that would mean that the legal market would have to change as well.
I don't like distillate. I don't want distillate. I will use my own squishy. Thank you.
Which you're allowed.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Oh yeah, no. But as I say, no one's also not even talking about. It's not talking about even the home people. It's they're just saying there's a 40 to 50% is still illicit market, which is the whole point to me. Is the whole framework needs to be reviewed? Just because if your whole thing was to shrink the illicit market was his original platform, something's not working.
Something went wrong there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So the act is now open and they're allowed to review it now. But that was the whole point of me having run to Ottawa.
Well,
so did you get to talk to any politicians?
Yeah,
I talked to. I can't even remember their names, so I'm not going to say it. No, he wasn't even in the city.
No doubt. The
He's
Canada
an
people are coming. I'm out of here, people.
What was that?
Oh, he was making fun of Trudeau.
Oh.
Listen, to me, it was. I've never been to Ottawa, so it was fucking cool me seeing all the houses and stuff.
You know what? Dave, I was going to take David, and we were going to go on a tour, but he decided he didn't want to.
I wish I had more time. And honestly, the downtown Ottawa was nice too.
I hear it's a beautiful city. I've been to downtown Montreal, like the old Montreal, the old streets of Montreal. That's nice down there.
Yeah, but to see the House of Commons and Parliament, like it was, I had to admit, it was pretty fucking awesome to see.
Not been. Have no
Which I kind of laughed at, right? Because like there's a few, like 10 or 12 people I was meeting with, and I was kind of geeking out, right? I was like, listen, I'm like fucking tourist mode here, fuckers.
I've been to Ottawa a couple times. It's pretty cool.
It seemed all right. It was bigger than I thought.
I was there in the summertime one time, and it was actually pretty nice because the streets are open.
Yeah.
So we had dinner on a patio on the street. It was pretty cool.
And I still geek out because of Nova Scotia, and we don't have private dispensaries, right? So when I go down and I see like Hemisphere, Cannabis Co., and this guy and this guy, like just to see the signage out front.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, we get a liquor store.
Yeah. A little green sign that says cannabis sold here.
Yep.
You know,
I just enjoyed the creativity.
I was looking at Al shared some memories there from a while back, and one of the signs that he used to put out front of wherever he was doing his thing from, usually a friend's store, either in Peterborough or in Campbellford, at what's it called? I've been gone from there for 15 minutes. I can't remember the name of the Dongs and Bongs place. Oh, the Campbellford Lifestyle Shop. But anyways, he used to put a sign outside out front in really big letters that says free cannabis, and then in really small letters information. And people would come into the store while he was there, and he'd talk to them and give them some Treating Yourself magazines or information on PACE or whatever. And I always thought that was a fucking awesome idea. Like you get people coming out of the bar next door and see free cannabis. I'll go in there, see what that's about. Yeah.
Free cannabis.
Free
information.
Education.
No, I'm just grinning here. I'm watching an OHL hockey game, Peterborough Petes versus Kingston. My brother's assistant on Peterborough. So I don't even know what happened. They had a clip of him on the fucking bench just screaming his fucking lungs off. My brother, so I'm trying to figure out what happened.
Did you watch the Sunday game?
No, I hate football.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan, but you know what? I did watch the halftime show because I wanted to see Rihanna.
I did watch that because my kids were all excited to watch.
Were you amused about that? The way she got down and just, and she had a big smile on her face as she's sniffing her hand. I thought it was fucking hilarious. That's really
I'm glad I missed it.
That's the only thing I took away from the fucking Super Bowl.
Honestly, I kind of watched it and I was like, she's kind of boring.
Yeah, and some people were saying that was the best Super Bowl performance ever. I'm sorry, but I'd rather.
Are they fucking high?
Flying around on those fucking pads there in the middle of nowhere.
Didn't like Michael Jackson and Prince and shit and Bruce Springsteen do shows? Like she wasn't even fucking awesome. 10. That's what I'm saying. These are just idiots to me. That comment.
J-Lo was better. Sorry.
Lady Gaga was better. I even remember her. Lady Gaga was better than that show.
I'd rather see Sia.
Who?
I don't think I've ever watched a halftime show.
Listen, the best fucking meme I saw today was I shared on my Facebook was did just a little picture of like James Hetfield doing the beard stroke, and the meme comment was, "When you're ready for a real halftime show, you know my number."
Have they ever done it?
They
Have they-
will. I'll tell you, if they were smart, there's 3 brands they should get. Actually, probably 4 or 5.
Ozzy's done it. No,
No, he hasn't.
Huh.
Ozzy couldn't do it, but
not now. Not now.
no. But if you think about it, Metallica could do a show. Maybe they're too heavy. Probably the one that would be able to destroy it and people would all love is probably the Foo Fighters.
Yeah. I could see that coming.
Green Day's pop enough that they would probably rock it as well.
They are amazing. I was at the
Pearl Jam and Chili Peppers may be able to still kill it too.
You were at the same show I was there at Woodstock. There, you saw that.
Yeah.
I was sitting on the wheelchair platform taking pictures of that. The whole show. That was fucking awesome.
But any of those bands could go out and do they could all do a 15-minute set out, like, and just of shit that everybody would know and be able to sing, even if you're not a fan.
You know what I'm looking forward to coming in the next few months is Dolly's new rock album.
Dolly
is doing a rock and roll album with other artists.
Who's Dolly?
Dolly Parton.
Oh, that Dolly?
Yeah. I saw one,
and it's all because she was inducted into the the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame by her peers who pushed her to go. And so now, while she was doing that, she talked to all these people, and she's going to be doing collaborations with all these people of new songs and old songs.
Isn't that what Johnny Cash did before he passed away?
Probably.
Oh yeah, he did the one that's most famous was the. Well, he did Hurt. Yeah, it was Hurt by 9 Inch Nails. That was probably the most famous one he did.
He did a few songs.
I remember him doing Rusty Cage with Soundgarden.
Did you ever see the movie?
Walk the Line?
Yeah, Walk the Line, I think. Yeah. Yep.
What's it called? Yeah, with Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought Joaquin Phoenix got fucking robbed. He didn't get an Oscar for that, did he?
Yeah.
No, I don't think he did. He should have.
Yeah. I don't know why they gave him.
Have you watched the new Elvis one?
Yeah, I didn't love it, but I did like it. It was just a little long.
I couldn't get into it.
It took me a while, but I'm a giant Elvis fan, so I had to watch it. No, the guy that played it was really good. I just found it a little long.
There's a few good shows that are out now. Your Honor, I'm enjoying that.
I do have to watch that. I am a Bryan Cranston fan, obviously.
And of course, Mayor of Kingstown. I wow. I won't get into that one, but yeah, wow.
I know a lot of people.
And apparently, the guy who stars in that movie just was in a really bad accident. Jeremy Rain or Rian or whatever his name is. He was in a really, really bad accident, a skiing accident, and he was run over by a ski plow or something like that.
What?
Yeah,
I've never skied in my life, so like, how does that happen?
I don't know. He had a bad accident. He's in the hospital, and
sounds it.
Yeah, I don't exactly know what happened, but I know it was a skiing accident.
No, when I came on, you were talking about the seeds. One can turn indica, one can turn sativa. That's actually Churros mac and cheese. If you actually look at mac and cheese like online and all that, they're going to call it an indica. But the pheno that we picked, it's a sativa, all right.
Well, there's a lot of indicas that act and smell, and
they're all hybrids anyway. Let's call a spade like they're all hybrids anyway for the most part. But
I was going to go and get some of that today, but I had to wait for UPS, and then I had to wait for the wood guy, so I didn't get out today. Maybe tomorrow I'll go get some. No,
but it was interesting when I heard Marcel talking about it, because that's exactly what we did with mac and cheese. Like the pheno we ended up picking, and I think I can't remember 30 or 40 seeds that popped. It was a sativa leaner.
Yeah.
Well, one of the most unproductive arguments that I have with people who are learning about cannabis is that I will not smoke a sativa, or I will not smoke an indica. No, 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 no. What are you smoking? Jack Herrera. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but that's the same thing as the people say, I only want Kush.
Yep, yeah.
Which Kush?
Well, what people don't get is that everything is strain specific. People are strain specific. Strains are strain specific.
How everybody interprets that strain or reacts to it's different too. As I said, my favorite one is sometimes Drew.
I have ADHD. Medication, pills work the opposite on me. I'm assuming that cannabis will do the same thing. I'm not assuming. I know cannabis does the same thing because there are lots of situations where I'm sitting there smoking, something, and everybody's like bouncing off the walls, and I'm like, yeah.
Mellowed out.
Yeah.
One of my favorite strains is Sour Jack, and it fucking wires me right the fuck up. Anyway, Drew was with us one night and had some, and I don't think he could fucking talk for 2 hours.
I've had strains where I couldn't talk, sure.
Yeah, like he was ready to go right to bed.
Yeah.
So again, just completely different response.
And also then when you get into mixing, I like to, Dolly Who, I like to mix strains. If I have something that is putting me on the couch, I'll mix it with something else. Maybe I'll like it. Or if I don't, I'll try it with something else, and then I'll use that together. Like there are
the reason I said Dolly Who is I actually didn't know she was still alive.
Lexi said Dolly Who.
No, but like there was only one. That's why I was like, I just wasn't like I only ever heard of one Dolly, but I was kind of like, is she still alive? I just really didn't know.
Alexis said, "Who's Dolly?"
Sorry.
Raquel Welch died this week, right?
Yeah,
I saw that on Facebook. Yeah.
Most people assume she died like years ago.
Well, I only know she was. This is the '90s, so it's still like fucking 20-some years ago. I just remember on Seinfeld. That's the last time I heard of her.
I remember her from the Flintstones and Marg Rock. Yeah.
I used to love the Flintstones.
Oh, I love the Flintstones.
Is the Flintstones like banned? Like, can you ever watch that on TV anymore?
I don't know.
I don't know. I keep looking for them every once in a while.
That's why I'm wondering.
Read this there, buddy.
This plan is totally customizable. Again, lack of education is a cause for patients in society not knowing these basic education pieces.
Now that's for all the people who are listening in Radio Land.
But that's why we do this, so we can try and share information. So
exactly.
People can learn and stop making mistakes that don't need to be made.
I make mistakes with this shit every day, but every day is also a lesson. I've been doing this. I've been sitting here for 15 years. Marcel, 10 now with me. And I learn something every day that we sit there. And sometimes we have these conversations not recording them.
Hey, I think I should get a fucking trophy.
I think you should get a job.
No, I think I should get a trophy.
Trophy for what?
Why, putting up with me?
Putting up with Al for the last 10 years.
Let me get like a Purple Heart or something like that.
Yeah, do you know what? Yeah, exactly. Do you know how hard that would be? Try it. You're all on. You guys see if you can last 10 years with Al.
Are you ready for a second day there, Marcel?
Oh my God.
Yeah, but to me, cannabis, like I guess to Alexis's point, is I don't like. I think it's fun to try new strains or new dosage formulations, and
awesome.
How do you react to it? The one thing everybody, the oral stuff is what you really got to watch out for.
You know what? I like to do that. I sit there and if I'm feeling off or something, I'll have a little mushroom. If I'm feeling off a little more, I'll have a little dab of oil.
Yeah, but you only know that from kind of like learning and trying. Is what I'm getting at. Yeah,
you have to.
Yeah.
Or I'll just have a bowl of fucking ice cream and get to the point where I can't talk anymore.
See, Marcel's method, I don't know if I necessarily agree with. But if it works
no.
for him, it works for him.
But if you figure how much I use every day, it's hard for me to get a buzz.
No, and that's I'm
So
well
for me
aware
to
of
get
that.
a buzz, I've got to take something that would fucking send
You know,
people to the hospital freaking out.
Kelly said that to me the other day. She says she very rarely gets high anymore. I mean, like, and I sometimes
Most chronic consumers get tolerant to it.
That's right.
I have a high tolerance, but I also will push it. And I would say 9 times out of 10, I'm greening myself out to fall asleep and get a night's sleep. Right.
Oh, see, not for me. I could eat a small ice cream, right? So that's like 2 ounces of ice cream. That would give me a nice sleep if I had it just before I went to bed.
I usually have a few doobies, a little bit of
it's
oil,
show night, so for show night, I had 3 of those.
and a couple of cookies. Speaking of which, I should have a couple of cookies right now.
So I should probably actually get a half decent sleep tonight.
I slept from 10:30 to 3:30 last night. That's the longest I've slept in one shot in a very long time. Thank you, Fico.
I don't have good sleep. I mean, I go to sleep at a half decent hour. Well, for me, it's a half decent hour.
I'm usually up about 3:30, 4:30, somewhere in there, 4:20.
That's when you get up?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I don't do that.
Yeah. Well, if I get up, if I have to go pee or whatever, I get up. Sometimes I stay up, sometimes I don't.
Yeah. We were given a lavender infused mattress pad that's supposed to help you sleep. No, but fucking stinks.
That'd be too much.
Well, like any scent, after 10 minutes, you don't smell it anymore, anyways.
Yeah, I still don't know if I want it in that. Like, I believe, like
they say it helps with relaxation, stuff like that.
Oh no, the aromatherapy.
So does
lavender definitely does that. What is
Yeah.
it? Isn't linalool from lavender? Is that the terpene? Yeah.
Okay. Question.
Sure.
Do you know what these other mushrooms are that I'm adding this to the stream here?
What other mushrooms?
They are, I'm just pulling up the page here. Just give me a second.
You just say right? You're talking about reishi and that shit?
Is it reishi and oyster?
I call it reishi, but it's Ganoderma lucidium or whatever is what it is. Ganoderma is what it is.
Now, are they medicatable? Like they're medicated?
What do you mean medicated?
Are they a medicated mushroom?
Are they
They're what they call it?
They are not psychedelic.
You don't get high. You don't get there's
not
no high.
psychedelic.
No.
What they Ganoderma is actually very powerful anti-inflammatory and antiviral.
Oyster mushrooms are.
Remember my mushroom coffee, Marcel, that I drink?
Yeah.
That's what's in that Ganoderma.
Well, this is about 10 minutes. Let's watch this. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back and we'll talk some more. Might even talk about my grow room.
Oh, you thought it was a magic mushroom video?
No, I knew. Well, that's what I want people to understand, that not all mushrooms are magic.
No, I think the term most people are calling them are functional. Like chaga is another one.
Yes,
Shaga's free, extremely beneficial to you, and you can go and fucking get it yourself anywhere.
Yeah, just go into the forest.
Lion's mane's another one.
Yeah, lion's mane, another good mushroom.
Yes, I've been hearing that.
Chaga you find in birch trees.
Yes, I have lots of them up here. So let's watch this and we'll come back and we'll talk more about it. Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
We'll be right back. It's the 420 radio show. And I'm going to run things here. I'm going to do this thing here and go like that. And where did I put it now? Here we are.
What is CBG TV? It's a group of like-minded broadcasters coming together for a purpose. That's to help educate people on the benefits of cannabis and its lifestyle.
In this video, I'm going to show you how to grow oyster and reishi mushrooms on logs and stumps.
Why wouldn't it play through, guys?
There are a few items you're going to need before you can inoculate your logs. The first is plug spawn. I have some oyster, plug spawn, and reishi. You're also going to need some kind of wax to seal up the holes. I'm using beeswax. You also need a hammer to...
Well, that ain't working.
Yeah, it's like, what happened? I was
Yeah, I
actually
know.
watching.
It is a level playing field for your
the audio's
mycelium
not
to
going
expand.
through.
Oh, it's working again.
If you
Yeah,
took
but
an older
it's
tree,
not. The
like let's
audio's
say
not
you cut it down
playing
a
through.
month or two ago, the moisture content is going to be much lower, and it'll probably already
Well, that
colonized by different bacteria and fungi. So you want your mycelium best chance.
Disappointing.
Now he's got a log?
Yeah. Well, I watched it already, and basically what he does is he cuts up a log, and
So
then
I
he
have
puts a whole
my
bunch of holes in it with a
Beach
drill,
log.
and then he puts these plugs that
You
are
want a log with a diameter of
infused
at least
with
4
the
inches,
spores,
preferably in the range of
and then they
6
grow,
to
and
8
then you see
inches.
at the end.
This allows the mycelium to
I'm
spread
disappointed now because I
further.
wanted people to watch this,
And
and it's like, what the fuck,
I've
man?
heard that for every inch in diameter your log
I'm
has,
just, you know.
that's an additional
Can you
year that
can you read lips?
So if you have
I'm
a
hearing him.
log that
You
is
can hear him?
6
I can't
inches
hear a
in
thing.
diameter,
He's
it'll
talking about
most
the
likely
diameter of the
fruit for
log.
6 years.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll shut up then.
Now this is the fun part.
That's what I'm
Drilling
asking.
the holes.
I hear the drill.
Yeah, I don't hear him at all.
You'll want to drill in a diamond pattern with the holes being 4 to 6 inches apart. You'll want to drill your holes 1.5 inches deep so that the dowels can fit in there snugly. I have 2 plug spawns that I purchased from Mushroom Mountain in South Carolina. This is brown oyster mushrooms, and here we have red reishi mushroom. Plug spawn are wooden dowels that have been cultured with a specific mycelium. I'm going to put the plug spawn of the oyster mushroom in a specific set of logs and the reishi in a different set of logs. Then I'm going to let them sit for 2 to 3 months to colonize, and then I'll partially bury them because they like to fruit slightly like below ground. Now it's hammer time. This part of the process is quite fun. It's like playing whack-a-mole with the plug spawn. I'm using the logs with the thicker diameter to be inoculated with the reishi mushroom because I rarely see reishi growing in the wild on smaller trees. But I have seen oyster mushrooms grow on relatively thin branches. I'm going to melt the beeswax to seal up the holes of my plug spawn to protect them and retain moisture in the log. Once the beeswax is melted, you'll have to act quickly because the beeswax can solidify rapidly just at normal temperatures. You want to paint happy little clouds of beeswax over your spawn plug holes. This will protect them and retain moisture. Once the logs are plugged and sealed, you want to stack them closely together in a shady region so they can colonize for a few months before you want to fruit them. This is an example of a log that I inoculated with cold blue oyster mushrooms. It inoculated a year after I had put the plug spawn in. Homegrown mushrooms are quite tasty when they're sautéed, and often are meatier than the varieties you find at the grocery store. This book is a useful resource on mushroom cultivation. For both of the mushroom varieties I use, they both need to fruit slightly below ground in what is called a log raft or trench, which is in a diagram.
I really
in this
want to
book.
get Jack's book.
After the logs have been colonized for 3 or 4 months, you want to partially bury them with either dirt, leaf litter, or wood chips to promote fruiting. The reishi species I'm using, Ganoderma lucidum, likes to fruit on hardwood stumps, so I'm inoculating the stump of the tree I cut down. It's an American beech, and I'm going to drill the similar diamond pattern into it. I got a little excited with my drill and put the holes too closely together, but ideally they should be 5 to 6 inches apart. Just like the logs, the stump should be freshly cut, ideally within the last month. I cut this one down a few days before. Next, you're going to tuck the plug spawn into their holes. And again, these holes should be a lot farther apart, more than 5 inches. So when this stump starts fruiting, the reishi will probably be growing on top of each other, but that's alright, I guess. You live and you learn. As you plug up your stump, it'll begin to resemble one of those board games with all the pegs. Stop. Hammer time. Push the plugs into the stump with a hammer or a mallet. Now you're going to seal the holes with beeswax again. You can also use paraben wax or any other natural wax. This part of the process is very relaxing and hectic at the same time because the beeswax, once it's melted, will start to solidify at a rapid pace. In 6 to 8 months, you should see some reishi fruiting. This footage is of wild reishi, Ganoderma tsugae, that grows on hemlock trees. Ganoderma lucidum won't look much different, except it will be growing on a hardwood tree. The mushroom will be very colorful as it begins to grow. It starts off as an antler and then takes on a UFO type shape with rings of red, orange, yellow, and then a white at the edge. As it matures, it turns maroon red. This mushroom is inedible except for the outer white ring as it's growing, but is largely considered a medicinal mushroom. It is anti-inflammatory, immunomodulating, and it often creates a state of calm relaxation. I hope this demonstration's been helpful, and subscribe for more foraging and mushroom growing videos.
That was actually interesting if you want to wait a year for some mushrooms.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There we go. How long did it take? I couldn't hear a thing, so.
Why not?
I don't know. I had no audio at all. That's why I was just sitting there.
Oh. Well, you ended it at the right time.
I know. Well, I was watching. Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, it for the last one, 6 to 8 months before you start getting mushrooms. The other one's a year.
I wonder how long it takes. Like I've watched a little thing on chaga. I know that
Yeah.
you can grow it yourself on your own trees. If you infect the trees, there's a way you do it, and you slit it and then put the spores on the slit, and it's basically a scab that forms.
Right. So what you do is you just go out into the woods
Yeah.
and find a tree that has been infected.
Yep.
Right.
There is a way to infect your own trees.
Right. You take that chaga off of that tree or a piece or whatever, and I mean some of these can be massive.
Yes.
Especially if in woods that people don't frequent.
Yeah, there's a lot of that around here. There's a lot of birch here, so I'm gonna look. I've got people that know how to lumberjack stuff, so you know.
Well, they don't have to lumberjack though.
No, well they know how to get up the trees and climb up the trees. Is what I'm getting at. They've got those boots and stuff, right?
Yeah, but you even really don't even need those because a lot of times you'll find it close to the ground anyways.
Oh, okay. All right.
But because it happens where a piece of the tree has been damaged and those spores are in the air. But all you do is you go and you take a piece off of one of these trees, take it to your own property where you have chaga trees or have birch trees. Take an axe and just put a slit. Just go through the bark into the tree, and then rub some of the chaga on there. Oh. Then you'll start growing your own on your own trees.
Oh, wow.
And it's that simple.
Cool.
And it's very beneficial and healthy. And
why? What does it do? Tell us.
I wonder if Lenny's coming back.
I know I'm mute the whole time.
No, there's all kinds of benefits to chaga, and I actually have a friend who keeps wanting me to formulate kind of like
I had chaga tea someone gave me before. It was okay.
I've got chaga here. I've got tea. I've got powder. What else have I got? Capsules. And I mean, what do you put into a super pill? Right? And how far do you want to go with it to make it that it's effective for all of the benefits?
Well, here's the thing with all these things like mushrooms, like Ganoderma has even got some studies against the HIV virus, right?
Yeah.
But that's like in vitro, not studied.
Mm-hmm.
Like what dose would you have to take
exactly
to get these major effects? Like probably fucking pounds of the shit, right? So it's hard to really judge.
Or it might be milligrams, but the thing is nobody's really tracking it. Yeah.
Not really. Like there's a lot of like the Ganoderma one's got a lot of people researching it, and I say like it is interesting when I drink the Ganoderma coffee I get. Mushrooms are acidic, but it actually kind of helps my heartburn when I drink it.
Yeah.
And it was also very interesting that it's a coffee that I could actually take and still go to bed. It was weird.
Because there's no caffeine.
No, there's caffeine in it, but there is. Remember, he said there's like a calming effect by the Ganoderma. Yeah. I don't know if that's exactly what it is, but I'm just saying it was interesting. I could drink a Ganoderma, and the coffee was like I still sell at the pharmacy. I just keep forgetting to bring some to work, and that was like 6 months ago since I had it last. Some things fall off the priority list, right?
Here's not to change the subject, but here's an interesting thing that's happened over the last couple of days is Twitter has acknowledged that they will be the first social network to openly advertise and allow cannabis stuff.
Oh, you mean like paid advertisements for cannabis?
Yes, sir.
All right, because like there's weed shit on there now. That's why I wasn't following.
No, but it's with their blessing now, basically, right? I think that's great, and
Did they let people put on Twitter that they were having sales?
that I don't know.
I think they will is what he's basically saying. They don't give a fuck.
I posted the article that's in the thing there. Let me open it.
Actually, note to self, True Cannabis. Good call, Marcel.
Yeah, I mean, advertise. Well, no, because the LPs still have to follow under Health Canada's rules on advertising and promotion.
Yeah, but I think what you can do is you can't say it's on sale, but you can say available regular price. You're allowed to say the price of the product.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, like in the Cannabis Act, it's a factual statement.
It says here in the post, Twitter becomes first social media platform to allow cannabis sales, cannabis ads in the U.S.
So all those people in Vegas and Colorado can start doing pop up shit now and pay for it.
Well, Vegas is getting a 420 friendly hotel.
I saw that.
Yeah, it's already open.
Is it?
One floor is going to be dedicated to.
Is it on the Strip?
People who would like to consume it. Actually, it's a former casino.
Is it?
I think so.
Are they allowing smoking? I didn't read that one. Are they allowing smoking in the casino?
No.
He said former casino.
In the former casino.
Let's see if I can find that article. Carry on. Carry on. I'm still looking.
Oh, nothing. I told you it's why my camera's off. I'm watching the hockey game.
Lexi says it's going to be a shit show. Just a hunch.
What's a shit show?
What we were just talking about.
It's the Artisan Hotel.
Oh, we're still talking about the hotel. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, no, I was looking it up. So the Artisan Hotel, and it's going to be turned into the Lexi, which is believed to be Las Vegas's first cannabis-friendly hotel.
Yeah. Whereabouts in Vegas? Though? Is it like Old Vegas, the Strip, or?
Let me see if I can find that.
Yeah. Because I'll be honest, I find some parts of Vegas look a little bit sketchy.
I remember going through Niagara Falls, and you go along the Strip, and everything was pristine, and then you go one block up, and it's like, ugh. All the hotels and the motels are all run down, drugs everywhere.
Well, that's what Vegas is like.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
Yeah. So I'm asking, where's this? Before I get too excited, is it in a decent spot?
That's what I'm looking for here. Is where they are. West Sahara Avenue. I'll have a map on it. No.
So shall we after you've finished done about Vegas, we should talk about my room. I got everything now.
Well, go ahead and start talking about it.
Where's Darcy?
Yeah, I know.
Who knows?
Lunch bag let down. I just called Darcy a lunch bag.
I heard that.
She was referring to Twitter. Is what she was referring to, she said.
Who was?
Oh, read the screen. Read the screen.
I'm on another screen.
Lexi. Miss Fox.
Oh, holy crap.
So what was it? What?
It's right beside the highway.
Is it?
In more of an industrial area.
Yeah, so it's not really on the Strip then.
No, it's right beside the Las Vegas freeway. It's down the street from the Palace Station Hotel and Casino. Circus is a block away.
Oh, it's down that end. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hilton Grand Vacations, Sahara, Conrad Las Vegas Resort.
Well, I guess it's not that bad.
No.
Do they still allow cigarette smoking in casinos in Vegas?
I was going to ask that, Al. I thought so. I can't remember.
Get out of my
I
head.
don't know.
Actually, I think they stopped it. I think they stopped it.
Doesn't sound like it'd be much fun then.
What?
I like if I'm drinking that much that I'm in a casino and gambling, I want to be out of a smoke too. You know? Or smoke a joint.
I may be wrong. I just like last time I was in Vegas, I just don't recall their. I know they did the first time I was there, but I just
ready for this.
What's that?
The Nevada Clean Air Act outlaws smoking indoors with the exception of tobacco stores, strip clubs, private residences, some standalone bars, and of course, casinos.
You can smoke. There you go.
You can smoke in casinos,
but not pot.
Oh, that's what it is. Because you're allowed to vape tobacco, but
I remember that when Jeffrey.
now.
When the 420 comic there, Jeff Pearson was on us, he was talking about that. Yeah.
But I said, what? Even get a distillate and just fucking better than nothing.
Currently, hotels, casinos in Las Vegas explicitly do not allow cannabis use on site.
No. I remember Jeffrey saying stuff about that. Yeah, I think
as much as Vegas is selling a lot, I think it's one of those things you're not even supposed to consume it in public.
Well, the way it says here, the tension between Nevada's fairly mature adult use cannabis market, the state's strong tourism draw, and the Nevada Cannabis Compliance Board's regulatory language has pushed cannabis use into a tight corner in Las Vegas. So,
silliness.
You can't smoke pot in the casinos. There is one hotel that's got one floor that's going to be dedicated to cannabis.
But I don't even think you're allowed to smoke cannabis outside the casino, in the smoking. I believe you're not supposed to smoke it in public in Vegas.
No, you're not. Well,
I did. No one fucking said shit, but I think it is technically the law.
Let's just take a look and see what the law is here.
The same as churro. Churro, you're not supposed to smoke in downtown churro, period. But nobody enforces it.
Yeah, it's legal to smoke weed for recreational purposes within the confines of your own home.
Yeah.
It is not legal to smoke or consume weed in public.
And you know what else is going on in public?
Drinking.
Somebody named Dana.
Probably a lot of meth.
Somebody named Dana opened up a second store in Vancouver.
Yeah, I saw he's kind of selling a bit of everything, isn't he?
And 24 hours later, he was kicked off of social media.
Is that what happened to him?
Yep.
Well. Yep. So all those cool things that he was saying that he was doing is all gone off social media?
Oh, Facebook.
Twitter?
I don't know about Twitter, but Facebook, yep. He's been bumped. I think he got a suspension for a little while for posting about it.
Nah, see, I gotta go and look him up here. Dana. Person. Friend. Right, you can be my friend. Yeah, it's there. He got a 24-hour ban for the post about his new storefront location of Broadway in Vancouver. Oh, then that's over. He can come back on.
Yeah, he gets them now and then.
But they took off the post too.
Yep.
Well, that was rude. I'm surprised he didn't take off his background picture. from his profile.
You know what? That's not in the Matrix. I don't think that they actually check that stuff. To be honest with you,
Yeah, because it's a big
unless
sign with
unless
says
somebody
mushroom
reports,
dispensary,
I know,
microdoses, Coco Max tea,
but unless
crack.
somebody reports it, how would they know? They don't have somebody that looks at every single picture that's on Facebook,
Well, that's true.
right? But with dialogue with words, they have a matrix that scans for that kind of stuff. For
Yeah.
words, keywords like mushrooms, just like the scripts that post comments under my fucking posts about mushrooms, telling you can go here or there to www wada 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 wing wang
Yeah.
to find mushrooms. They don't last long.
What all the posts?
No, I delete them pretty quickly. I see all. If you say hello or say or like or something, I'll see it.
Oh, really? You're one of them?
I'm one of them.
I thought there was enough of us in the world. All right, let's talk about your grow room.
All right.
You got your paint for your floor.
I got a white sealer paint and a TCP wash to wash it beforehand.
Okay. Wash it, put up your partition wall.
And then I'm wrapping it.
Paint it, put up your partition wall.
Yep.
And then wrap your room.
Each room. Yeah.
Each room.
Yep.
Ideally, start with the ceilings.
I was thinking about it. Yep. I was thinking about actually cutting a sheet the length and, so there's less, and then getting 4 people in there and go clunk.
Well, so you can go up the ceiling and let it run down on the ends, which is fine.
Yep.
Right? But yeah, do your ceilings first. You'll find it's
10 feet tall by 100 feet. So I should, have enough. We can hope.
Yeah.
And if I don't, well, that's what paint's for.
Yeah, but your ceiling's not sealed in.
It will be. I'm doing the ceiling first, as we just discussed.
You're wrapping the ceiling first.
I'm wrapping the ceiling, then I'll wrap the walls. Right. I'll do the flower room first because that's the most important room. Yeah. And whatever's left will be put up in the veg room, and I'll paint the walls are getting painted in the cupboard where it's going to be the work area if I don't have enough plastic. Right? I have enough to do both rooms. I just don't know if I have enough to do the closet as well and the ceiling. So we'll find out. Delay. So I got what do you call them? Autopots.
Yep.
I have a 650 watt light and a fan from a tent kit.
Yeah.
That's going to be for the grow or the flower side of everything.
Yeah.
I have a 1200 watt LED full spectrum light for the veg side.
Yeah.
For starters. And I will be getting a Sun Blaster grow kit. They're $69 at Canadian Tire.
Yeah.
And it has a T5 on it. And they start great. I started 2 quarter pounders in the pucks and nada. So I'm not doing that anymore.
You what?
I put 2 quarter pounder auto fems in.
What do you call quarter pounders? That's the strain?
That's the strain, quarter pounders. Yeah. from Canuck seeds.
All right, so you expand. So these are those little peat pucks.
Yep.
That you expand with warm water, and they get like 500 times fucking bigger.
Pop a hole in the center and throw them in. Yep.
You just dumped the seeds in.
Yep.
And then kept them wet.
Yep.
And warm.
Yep.
Ideally around 74 degrees.
Nothing's come up yet.
How long ago?
Week.
Really?
Yep. They're old seeds too, so you know.
Yeah. Sometimes old seeds are the best seeds.
I was looking at OCS seeds. They have 77 strains up there. Some autos, some not. I'm going to look through them again. Here's a question: Are LPs allowed to sell clones?
Yes.
And are they?
Yes.
Who?
Just hang on a second, I'll tell you.
So you can get clones, and they can be sent in the post.
Sure.
And they're usually okay?
Define okay. Growing?
I know a lot of the farm gate places are doing them.
The who? What?
Like an LP that has a store on site, farm gate.
Okay, but what about mail order?
I've heard some of them will sell you a clone.
Yeah, but I'm talking mail order. Is there a safe way to mail order a clone legally in Canada?
There was. It wasn't fucking cheap. There was.
Well, because I mean, people are you allowed to ship plant life in the mail?
So, where to get cannabis clones and seeds legally in Canada?
That'd be a Jack question.
Yeah, he'll be on soon. We're just waiting to find out what Friday he's free. He's in
Canada
court.
Farms offers 3 different varieties of clones for sale in groups of 2. Delta 9 Biotech, American, Peace Naturals, THC Biomed, Whistler.
What kind of prices are they?
I'll have to find
Are they
them
listing
first.
prices? During this pause, I would just like
I'm reading here.
Get a heat mat, Al. Okay.
You can't buy clones in Ontario.
What the fuck? Sorry. I guess I'm going to that gray market after all. Fucking assholes. Why?
All right, so let me go and look at Canada Farms.
Why can't you get clones in Ontario?
I don't know, because none of them
Can
are
they
doing it
ship
yet.
out of province in from BC? Can I order in Ontario? Can I order from BC?
Maybe.
I don't think so.
Hang on. I'm going to Canada Farms here. Oh, man. Nova Scotia. That one. This one. What year was I born this time? Anything in the 1900s, you're pretty safe, aren't you?
I put 1921 the other day, and they wouldn't let me in.
Oh, really? Yeah, because you're fucking dead. Products. Man.
You know, I watched. Okay, so I watched while you're looking for stuff. I started watching and I'm not a big Star Trek fan, but I started watching the first episode of the newest season of Picard because it's all about a whole twist and come back to the next generation thing, right?
Okay.
And now he's looking for Miss Crusher because she's put out a distress thingy, and he's enlisted Will, not Will Crusher, the other one, number 1, and so that's where we are.
Is it all the same cast?
Now, I believe they're all. I think Whoopi's coming back. I know Whoopi was in season 2, but I didn't. I skipped season 2. I just went right for 3. This is the last season of it. He's getting old.
Well, that's what I was asking. Or like those actors like all in the show again?
What's her name? Gates McFadden. Yes.
Is she?
Yep, she was in the first episode. This one that I just watched. Buddy that played number 1 is in it. I know Whoopi's been in it. She was in. She came back in season 2. I'm sure she'll be in this one.
Brent Spiner.
I think he's been in it.
You suck.
They're LaForge. It has passed away, I believe. Right?
Did he?
His daughter's in it though, like not his real daughter, but the daughter of what was his name, Jordy?
Yeah, I can't even remember now. I wasn't a big Trekkie fan.
Me either. I enjoyed Star Trek better than Next Generation. But I started watching Discovery. That wasn't so bad. But it's very theatrical. The Picard series. It's very theatrical.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow, what?
Well, Delta 9. Trying to get into Delta 9's website.
Oh.
And I got to pick a store.
Oh, yeah.
And they're all like in Manitoba and shit.
Question. While you're looking for that, what's the quickest way to get my registration number on my pot license? Calling them? I can't find my paperwork. It's all packed in boxes down in the basement.
Oh, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
You need that number.
Yeah. I don't want to send in anything without it. Even though it's just a renewal, they just go to the computer and go, Alan Rapp. Match up my birthday and my social insurance number. I guess it would be my OHIP number that they would match up, not my social insurance number.
It hurt. Oh, for fuck's sake. Should have an autofill.
What are you trying to do?
Every page I go to for legal cannabis, every page you fucking go to visit in Canada, you got to put in your age.
Yeah, I'm aware. But why are you going to all these pages?
Looking for clones.
What you got new at Tro going on there, Len? I've seen some stuff being posted a lot lately.
Like what?
I don't know. New stuff.
Oh, here you go. This will suffice. This is a Lyft article.
Okay.
Canna Farms offers 3 different varieties of clones for sale in groups of 2. These plants must be from the same strain and start at $175 for 2, going up to $455 for 6 plants. Canna Farms cuts and roots each clone to order, so plants will take about 4 weeks before they are shipped.
Can you send me the links to that site?
Well, to the article, yeah. Copy.
Yeah, I can go from there as far as
Alvin.
Canna Farms is just medical, though, right? You have to get
So to get in there, you got to register as a patient and shit. And if you're not a patient, they can help you out.
I just have to send my papers.
That's all you have to do. Yeah.
Delta 9 Biotech currently offers 4 strains in clone form: CBD Skunk Haze, Black Domina, Master Kush, and Cali Mist. Delta 9 clones are sold in a starter package of 5 clones for $250. These must all be the same strain. Each additional clone of the same strain will cost $20.
Oh,
So $250 for the first 5,
and then $20 after that.
and then $20 a piece after that.
I'll stick with seeds from OCS, thank you.
How old is this article?
Uh,
Oh, never mind. It's 2017. Things
there
may
you
have changed.
go.
American is advertising clones for sale for $75 for 1 plant and up to $410 for 6 plants. Each
So this is
additional
from Dale. Oh no, this is from Alexi. Yes, you do have to. At 19 here in Canada.
after what? The company says they'll begin
You have to
making
put your
clones.
age in. She's asking if it's 21. No, it's 18 here.
For where?
For
For what?
remember where she is.
19.
19.
For what?
Sorry. For age.
For what?
An age gate.
Age for what?
Age gate for a website.
Depends on the province that you pick.
Yes, but here in Ontario, it's 19. All through Canada, it's 19, is it not?
No, it's 18 in a couple places.
What?
Yeah.
I thought
21
the
in more.
19 mark was the whole shit and caboodles.
No. Sorry, Al. Peace Natural. Mary Can have 75.
I'm over 18, thank you, or I'm over 19. I don't have to worry.
Is Mary Can still in existence?
Some fucking how they are.
Well, $75 a plant, up to $410 for 6. Each one after 6 will be $40 a piece.
So we're looking at $250 for two fucking plants. For starters.
No. If you can get them from Canada Farms, you can get $175 for 2 plants. Or you can go Delta 9 and get 5 clones for 5 or for $250.
Well, that's more reasonable.
Well, since you want 4.
Yes.
Right? Or even 2.
Now, question.
175.
Okay. Question. Can you mother a clone?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can mother anything that's not autoflower.
Well, I was just gonna. That was my next question. Can you mother an autoflower?
No, you cannot.
Because of the ruderalis?
Exactly so, because that plant is growing, and at a specific time, that plant is going to flower.
See, I do
cut a
listen,
clone
Marcel.
off. Yeah, if you cut a clone off, that clone is going to be flowering probably at the same time that it's still rooting.
Ah, okay. Because the minute the light goes on, they start basically. Correct.
As soon as that seed breaks open, it starts.
So as it's growing its limbs and everything, it's also doing buds. That's why they're smaller.
No,
correct? No,
no, not at all. It grows into a vegetative state from the seedling.
Yes.
You cut a clone off while it's still in veg. You start to root that clone, so there's a couple weeks of rooting that clone. All of a sudden, the plant you took the clone off of is growing branches, and those branches start to flower, as does your clone, which is still probably rooting.
Okay, not a good thing.
Because it needs a lot of energy.
Yeah.
To build the root structure to start vegetating that plant again, and then all of a sudden it's thrown into complete turmoil by producing flowers.
Makes sense.
And it's really hard to get them to root, because I usually run around.
They wouldn't be able to grab onto anything. There wouldn't be much to grab onto, root wise, right? They'd fall over pretty quick.
No. I mean, even to get them to start to root is difficult. I mean, with a normal mother plant, I probably run extremely high 90s percent-wise on rooting clones, except when it comes to autoflower. And there it's maybe 50-50.
I get you.
Because I've tried it. Because I'm not going to sit here and talk to you about it without actually being somebody that's tried it.
Well, obviously, I mean, and I'm looking forward to being able to sit there and just kind of play and learn as I go, right? You know.
Yeah.
So, it's going to be interesting. It's and I hope that the auto pots are going to help a lot because
Well, they're going to make your life easier because
I won't be missing and then getting stressed out because I missed. Did I fuck them up? I mean, this is a lot of money to put out and then fuck up, right?
Right. But the advantage with this is we've also got to think of your abilities labor-wise.
Yep.
Because to do a grow, there can be a lot of work. So I'm trying to minimize as much work as possible for you.
And then I can it's going to make the outdoor. I can just pick them up when I'm done that final grow inside and I'm ready to move them out. Just take them out and put them in the greenhouse and leave them in there.
Sure, you can take your reservoir out there with it.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's when I can and then that way I'll do a whole change
set
and just leave it.
Another set and have a set out there. But you cannot grow indoors and outdoors at the same time.
Oh, I know this. I know.
Okay.
That's why I'll probably I'll start. We're getting later in the season, so I'm hoping I can get one round off before I have to start putting stuff out. So I'll just leave the ones that I start fresh and take them out instead.
Well, I mean, ideally, right now, if you want to
bed them inside and then just take them out.
Yeah, but ideally, if you want to try and get 2 rounds in, ideally, right now, put in autoflowers, run the autoflowers right through.
That's what I was trying to do, but they haven't come up.
Within the next couple weeks, start your other seeds, your regular seeds.
For going out.
Yeah.
Well, by then I'll have everything done and everything ready, and it is what it is. This is just the first round, so
And what you can do with the autoflowers is you can put the autoflowers in the flower room and just turn that LED light on and leave it on for 20 hours a day.
Yeah.
Right? And let the autoflowers grow in there. Then when you start your regular seeds, they can go in your veg room because they're the ones that are going to be going outdoors.
Yeah.
Right? So when they're pretty much ready to go outdoors, your autoflowers will probably be halfway through flowering.
Oh, cool. So I can finish them outside.
If you want, but you're going to be moving your veg flower plants outdoors.
Those pots aren't going to be fucking light either.
No. Yeah. But just finish your autoflowers off indoors.
Okay.
Right? Nobody's really going to come onto you hard for having an overlap by mistake.
Well,
but no, you're allowed 8 plants, right?
I'm allowed 9 outside.
9.
And 19 inside. But it's either one or the other. Right? And believe me, it won't be 19.
What did you pick?
Both.
You picked indoor, outdoor, and you're allowed 9 outdoor and 19 indoor?
Believe so, yes, for 5 grams.
I
don't know where that thingy is anymore. That calculator thingy is.
I do. I can find it quick.
Okay. Although, I've already decided at max at any one time, indoor or out, there'll only be 8. That's what I know I can. That's what I did at the farm. It's what I know I can handle outside, anyways. Right. So.
All right. You said 5 grams a day?
Yep.
And you picked indoor, outdoor.
Yep. Although, you know
Wow.
what I was
5
thinking.
plants outdoors, 19 plants indoors.
That's what I said. But what I was thinking, dude, okay, is if I was to select only indoor for the medical grow and just have 4 plants outside, I can do that as well at the same time.
Yes.
So you can do indoor, outdoor at the same time.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because you're doing your recreational plants, and that would give you 25 plants, but you're only ever going to be doing 4 plants 8 plants at a time.
Yeah, because just
Well,
like we were just saying,
12 plants.
because of my energy letter, because of my everything, you know, that's 8 plants at a time is a lot of plants to look after, even though only 4 are in flower. Right?
Yeah, because you're looking after plants in 2 rooms.
That's
Well,
right.
actually, you're looking after plants in 3 rooms, 4 rooms. Because
yeah,
no, because with your 25 plant license, that would give you enough to do your 4 plants in flower, 4 plants in veg, 4 clones, 2 mothers. Right?
Yep.
So you'd still have room for extra plants, but you could keep your mothers going year round, cut clones off for your
and
plants.
I happen to have a whole basement that's open.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
your clones could fit in your closet
until I know what the fuck I'm doing, and it just happens like buttering a piece of fucking bread. I'm going to go step by step, starting with 4.
Yeah.
Because like we're seeing, seeds aren't that bad. You get 5 or 6 seeds for $60, right? That includes tax from OCS. I don't know if these they're any good. I was looking at this color seed pack that you can get. It's 6 different seeds, 3 different colored seeds, all feminized, and I can't remember anything else about the strains or anything. But there was a few different strains. It's like you try these 3 different strains in this pack, right? Or whatever.
I would share the link for this for people for this calculator.
Oh, we'll post it in here.
I don't know if it's a really big link.
It might go.
It's a Health Canada link.
It might go in here. Just see if it'll post in our comments thing. It'll go to I don't know where, but I think everywhere. I think we can post most places except for Twitter, but we just don't receive from everywhere. Yeah, that went.
I'd show it on the screen and everybody be trying to click on it on the screen. That'd be funny. I wonder if it'd work. Does that work? No. No, I tried. But no, it's a nice little calculator. It's easy to find. It's on Health Canada. You just put in cannabis calculator. It'll pop up.
.ca, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, health.canada.ca.
Yeah. Whatever they're calling themselves this week. Did they stop calling it marijuana finally?
No. And it's still with an H.
On the medical side.
I think they only use cannabis now.
Yeah.
No, it still says that there's no health benefits and all that. They have not changed that.
Wow. Oh, it's a sad, sad world, man.
Yep.
So let's quickly get back to this here, Lenny, for a second.
What's that?
Troy would be able to advertise on Twitter, but Health Canada says you can't advertise.
Well, no, you're allowed to just. There's certain things you are allowed to say.
The article did say in the USA.
Right. So, because when I read the rules, it said you can basically say anything you want if you're being interviewed, right? So anything that was an interview, you can actually say anything that you want about products, things like that. If it's an interview, but you cannot do any advertising saying what you actually
Well,
have.
that's basically what the lawyers said before Len started coming on the show regular.
Right?
I can ask, and they said that about all three of you. I can ask
Right.
anything I want because I don't work for the company.
Yeah.
So Tweed,
That's what they said.
at one time, had all kinds of big billboards up.
Yeah.
And they had a big fucking cabin in the middle of Ontario Place's Budweiser stage.
Yeah, but that all come to a grinding halt with the Cannabis
now they're
Act.
going out of business. Sorry.
Pardon?
I said now they're going out of business.
Yeah, but I mean, all of those billboards and things disappeared as soon as Cannabis Act came in.
No. They're still up on.
Well,
you still
right?
see the
No,
Cannabis
they
ad
changed.
on the DVP or on the Gardner, all those billboards along the Gardner Expressway. You still see cannabis stuff there.
Well, usually they just usually just put it's just their name. Like I don't even.
Yeah.
Tweed or what? Well, but
yeah, just Tweed.
Tweed is very, very recognizable. Even now, even when they're gone, they will be recognizable.
Right, because of the marketing that they did even before the rules changed.
Way before they were even allowed to offer cannabis, they were using the Tweed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they promoted it extremely well. They made a great name. The downside is they went public traded. They sucked a whole lot of investor money and overspent drastically and got themselves into the state that they're in now. And the taxes is, yes, the taxation is a problem for a lot of the LPs. I can totally understand that. I think the taxes are way too high, but that's not the only mitigating factor in Tweed's role, because the amount of overspending they did with investor money on a declining market, because like I said in the beginning, Lenny, people are driven by price and flavor of the week.
Well, you know what? I tell you, I've tried some of the Tweed products, and they're actually some of the products are really nice. The buds are nice and fluffy in that, but for the most part, like everybody else, they're hard as a rock. You know?
But no, here's the thing. And this is for everybody listening. If you go out and you buy some cannabis from a place and you smoke it, when you're done, the first thing you should ask yourself is, would I buy that strain again from that place?
Exactly.
Right? And if it's no, then of course you're going to go on to the next strain. And this is the ones that are doing basically the flavor of the week. Yeah. So a lot of the times a new strain comes out, they'll try it. If they like it, they'll buy it again. But if the price point is too high, they'll still opt for something cheaper.
I've noticed on the OCS when I was looking at seeds this afternoon that they have stuff that's discontinued and on sale. You can get $100 ounce.
Yeah.
There's a few different strains in there. I believe one of the strains that was $99 for an ounce was a super lemon haze. I think it was. I know it was
super lemon haze.
Yes.
Now, see, a super lemon haze is a really great strain if it's grown properly, and it actually is a super lemon haze.
Well, that was earlier in the show. We were talking about people put too much in genetics.
Exactly. And that's the problem is people have totally bastardized the cannabis industry with the amount of different strains. And you'll see new strains pop up because more and more breeders are coming out with strains.
Now, I don't care what it's called. I don't care what it looks like. What I care about is after I've spent 3 months growing the damn thing, I like the taste, I like the buzz, and it helps me with what I need it to help me with.
And
When
ideally, the
when I
best way
get
to
to
do
that
that
point, then I'll be
is
happy.
try the strain that you like. Find a strain that you like to smoke
Northern
now
Lights. Yep.
and grow that.
I've got Northern Lights on my mind. Maybe even some. There's a couple of other. Jack Herrera, I think, was on there, and yep.
Right.
I'm gonna
But ideally, you want to grow a strain that you actually like.
That's right. I'm going to choose 3 strains: a daytime, an evening, an afternoon, and an evening.
Yeah.
And those 3 strains will allow me also to mix them to get something completely different than the individual strains.
Right. But try something new every once in a while.
Well,
But for growing, it should be something that you've tried before,
That's right.
unless you really, really want an abundance of that strain.
I am one to, like, when I order my monthly weed, I order a quarter pound at a time, so I have 4 strains that I have to choose from, because if I'm just smoking the same shit every day, I'm a grumpy camper after a while.
Well, I put 20 plants outdoors, and usually 4 to 5 different strains.
Exactly.
Right.
I'm gonna probably do, if I'm doing 4 plants and 4 plants, I'm probably gonna do 3 strains, and then maybe 1 I'll double up.
See, I'm the kind of person that I'll make mothers, and I'll put the mothers out when the clones go out at the same time. And I'll just finish them out there instead of keep mothers all year.
Well, that makes sense.
I'm getting older.
It's
It's easier for me to just do feminized seeds, and
that makes sense, Marcel. You grow your mums over the winter and take your clones from your moms, and then just take your moms out and finish them.
That's what I do every year.
So, how big are your mums when you're taking them out there? Do you
sometimes
chop them down?
Sometimes they can be pretty big. Last year they were 4 feet high.
So that's about 25 pounds a piece with the dirt?
What?
Everything? You just carry your pots out? Do you use your pots?
Well, I have the extra large pots.
But do you do the watering system outside as well?
No, I transplant them into 45-gallon pots.
Yeah, and then you just water them regularly.
Yeah, I water them with gallons of water with a hose every day.
I still think that for me, the best thing for feeding and watering is the auto pots, even in the greenhouse.
Yes.
And on that note, we will continue our conversation next week.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Should say goodnight to all these nice people that have put up with us.
Yes, thank you.
Comments, great comments. Thank you.
Yeah, well, I think I've got the combo now. I just have to remind myself to post where I have to post as soon as we start the show.
And sorry, Dolly Parton. I thought you were dead.
I say sorry to Raquel Welch for thinking she was dead years ago, but she's already dead. So.
All right, say goodnight, guys.
Good night, guys.
So what are you doing? Nothing. Why not?
Trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website.
Sounds like a cool website.
Yeah, it's alright. Oh, wait, I might have it.
You might have it.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
The opinions expressed during this show are those of the individual participants and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of their associated organizations or Lifestyle Radio.
We are the Cannabis Broadcasting Group here at CBG TV.